2.
Hi guys, Kirk here with Kirk Giordano Plastering. Today we got something somewhat interesting to show you. A guy I know, Nolan Scheid, invented these hoppers here, and the difference between these hoppers, this is his invention, and this one here is a hand hopper, a typical one. This sprays texture, and you can't really spray scratch your brown because it gets caught up in this nozzle. Even a slight pebble gets caught up, so this is only for texture. These are for the application of the actual stucco. Now, what I understand, you bring the wheelbarrow, you scoop it like so, bring it around, pull the trigger, and you spray it on, and it's great for, say, like straw-bale homes or studded houses where you lose a lot between the studs, and when you plaster it, it just kind of falls down. I like it because it has a handle here and a handle here, so you can get a good stance with it using your upper body strength to hold it. Whereas the hand hopper, you're kind of struggling to hold it. Anyway, you can buy these or research them or see them at mortarsprayer.com. This one shoots it, let's see if you can see inside of here. This one has a lot of room inside here, and the jets are right here and the holes are over here. So when I fill it with the mortar, it'll shoot it out. This one, this hand hopper, again, it doesn't do that. The difference between this guy and this guy here is one is for shooting ceilings or soffits. It has the jets pointing upward, so if I'm holding it right here, I take the handle off there and put it here. It shoots it at an upward angle for when you're doing ceilings or soffits. So this I have planned for in another job where I have a lot of soffits, and my parents also have a gold mine that we're going to mesh it, and then if we try to go by hand, we'll be there for 4 or 5 weeks. And if I go to rent, well, they don't even rent the pumps. The fellow who invented these guys has 2 pumps, and those pumps are $25,000 to $35,000 pumps, and you need 10 competent men to actually help you work them. Real tough to find too, let alone 10 competent men. So I'm going to give this a shot today, and you'll see it as I first try it, because I thought that'd be kind of exciting and fun. You'll see me first try this, and I haven't tried it before. And of course, before I use it, I'm going to dunk the whole thing in water, get it all wet, so that way I can clean it easier. Hopefully I won't have an experience like I had one time when I tried a paint sprayer. Adjusted it, it went all over my face, went all over the walls, went all over the roof, and my wife just got a big kick out of that. So hopefully that won't happen here. It looks pretty self-explanatory for me, and I thought, don't try it. Just try it when you're showing folks so you have the same experience they have. Anyway, I'm in the backyard here because in the front we have a compressor, we have the mixers, and we got a lot of cars going by, and a lot of times I find that you hear all the cars. So I'll try to show you as best I can in an area that works. Alright guys, if you tried for the first time, we're on a real noisy street, so not certain how much of this is going to be drowned out. We have the compressors on the other side of the house, but this thing is pretty loud. So what I want to do is I'm going to scoop it in, hold it down, and spray it on. We'll see how this guy works. Okay, here we go. One more time. I'm only going to do a small area, obviously. Just a little bit more. Okay, once we got a scratch coat on, take our trowel, come up, slide it in. obviously when you're working with a sprayer, I got the whole house to do, so I'm going to spray everything and come by and tie it all in just like this. By the time I'm done with the house, this will be ready for the second coat, because incidentally I'm using a reinforced fiber mesh, which you can do it all in one day. So we're going to go all the way around the house. I'm going to come back to here, put the next coat on here, and actually the finish is going to be pretty easy to match with this after I get the second coat. If you look up there, that's what we call a terrible finish. It doesn't even come close to matching, but we'll use this guy here, and I'll show you how, and when we get to that stage, how that applies to it. Alright guys, that's the first coat. I'm going to let this sit. I'm going to go all the way around the house, and I'm going to come back and put a second coat on. But for reasons of explanation, you get an idea of how this sprayer works. This is a terrible place to do an example because we're full of bushes, right on a busy street, and it's cut up work. I'll show you another time in another place where it's a better circumstance. But right now, this is Kirk with Kirk Giordano Plastering, and my son Jason Giordano, who's doing the video and editing. We'll see you on the next one. Thank you.